The West London suburb of Hounslow moves at a sluggish physical pace. It is a landscape of commuter buses, neighborhood gossip, and distant jet engines. But inside a bedroom on Clearbrook Way, someone was moving at the speed of light. Navinder Singh Sarao operated from the exact same room where he spent his childhood. He was a mathematical savant who bypassed the glass and steel towers of the financial districts to trade global markets in his tracksuit. 7,000 miles away, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange functions as a cathedral of global liquidity, where trillions of dollars in contracts are exchanged every day. The physical shouting of the trading pits is gone. It has been replaced by the industrial heat and high-frequency hum of server racks. This is the domain of high-frequency trading, or HFT, where algorithms compete for fractions of a penny in the time it takes a nerve impulse to travel. Global finance functions as a rigid collision of if-then statements. Because the systems are programmed to react to numerical stimuli with mechanical precision, the market has become a complex, adaptive architecture waiting to be tripped. Sarao realized he didn't need to outsmart the broader economy. He just needed to weaponize the risk aversion built into HFT code. He used a customized platform to perform a tactic called layering. He placed massive, fake sell orders, thousands of contracts totaling hundreds of millions of dollars, just above the current market price. To the other algorithms, it appeared as though a massive institutional player was preparing to dump an enormous position. The HFT algorithms react to this shadow of volatility like a school of fish, retreating and lowering their bids. This artificially depresses the actual market price. Sarao then used a built-in cancellation function to delete his shadow walls milliseconds before execution. With the price artificially lowered, he bought the contracts, profiting from the lie. This millisecond lie was repeated thousands of times a day. From his bedroom, surrounded by old school books and a stuffed tiger, Sarao generated over $40 million in personal wealth. The tactic exposed a systemic blind spot. The algorithmic market treated purely artificial data as undeniable reality, making the entire global exchange vulnerable to anyone who could manipulate the inputs. On May 6, 2010, the market was already brittle. Tensions over the Greek debt crisis had turned the trading floor into a tinderbox of anxiety, with machines looking for any excuse to bolt for the exits. Sarao began layering the E-mini market early that Thursday, saturating the data feeds with fake sell orders. The automated systems in Chicago saw the volume and began to hedge and panic in response to the phantom supply. Then, a legitimate variable entered the system. A mutual fund called Waddell & Reed initiated a real sell program of 75,000 E-mini contracts, worth roughly $4.1 billion, to hedge their portfolio against the rising European crisis. Waddell & Reed used a blunt execution algorithm. It prioritized sheer volume and speed over price sensitivity, dumping the contracts into the market as fast as possible to find buyers that were already retreating from Sarao's ghost orders. This was the spark in the grain silo. A massive real-world data dump hit a digital environment already hollowed out by Sarao's digital phantoms. The market makers, designed to buy when others sell, detected the sheer volume and did the only thing their programming allowed. They vanished. The Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped nearly 1,000 points in minutes, the largest intraday drop in its history. This wasn't based on news of wars or bank collapses. It was a technical seizure of the global financial mainframe. Because real bids had disappeared, the computers began matching sell orders with stub quotes. These are default placeholder bids, often set at one single penny, that market makers use just to fulfill their regulatory obligations to provide a quote. The results were absurd. Accenture, which had been trading at $40 a share, was suddenly executed at one single penny. Blue-chip giants saw their market caps evaporate in seconds, and $1 trillion of wealth simply ceased to exist. The market only stabilized when the CME's stop logic functionality kicked in. It automatically paused trading for exactly 5 seconds, forcing the machines to reset, clear their data buffers, and realize the prices had disconnected from reality. Those 36 minutes showed that the modern market is a fragile construction of code and faith, incapable of maintaining order when its algorithmic assumptions are challenged. It took 5 years for the FBI and SEC to find the bedroom in Hounslow. Sarao was eventually caught and extradited, but he received a sentence of just 1 year of home confinement. This light punishment served as a tacit admission by the government. Sarao was a symptom of a deeper malaise, a man who simply exploited a system that was already fundamentally broken. By 2026, the modified platforms Sarao used have become primitive relics. AI agents now manage 99% of all trading volume, and they no longer just react to prices on an order book. They react to sentiment, social media, and the information environment itself. Because trading algorithms now ingest news to make decisions, the lie has evolved. Synthetic actors can now create narratives of corporate collapse in seconds, generating deepfake news reports and synthesizing audio of fake CEO emergency calls to trigger the predatory instincts of competitor algorithms. A single AI hallucination reading a flawed dataset could now initiate a cascading sell-off that moves through the global market before a human monitor can even register the first tick. The fundamental truth of an asset is no longer the priority. We have built a world where the speed of the